Hello everyone, myself Prashant Tyagi, legal intern from Team Lexus and Company. I hope you all guys are safe and healthy. I hope you like my previous video. Please like, share, comment on my videos and subscribe our channel Lex Click for getting latest updates. Today in this video, I am going to discuss the topic limitation of judicial review. In this video, I am going to describe the judicial review, an introduction, an overview, the classification of judicial review, and the 5 types of writs that are embedded in the judicial review. So, let's start with the introduction of the limitation of judicial review. Judicial review performs checks and balances of the system between the judiciary and legislature by providing the power of the judiciary to review any law made by the parliament and further hold it to be void if it is not in the consonance with the provisions of the constitution. Judicial review is a judiciary power to review the legislation made by the parliament on the constitution and falls under the scope of judicial review. Presently in India, the rule of law is followed, making the constitution of the supreme law of the land and above than any of other laws. If any of the statutes which is not consistency with the supreme law are held void. The separation of power is a concept based on the Res Politica. The principle suggests the tripartite system where the powers are delegated and distributed in the three organs legislative, executive, judiciary to their individual jurisdictions. In India, there is no separation of power defined. However, in actual, there is a separation of powers. Therefore, in India, the constitution is not struck by the principles of rigidity. Since we discussed on the judicial review, we also had to see that there are some limitation of the judiciary on exercising its power of judicial review. Thus, on the fact we can say when the judiciary crosses its threshold and interferes the executive's or legislative mandates, it can be called judicial activism, which when further can be lead to judicial overreach. The article below is an effort to actual meaning and the concept of judicial overreach, which is done safely calls and limitation of the judicial review. Now we discuss the judicial review and overview. The Indian Constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly in 1950 and there are no particular provisions which states that the Constitution to be leading law of the land. However, in with period of time, it has been the outcome that a declaration of the such nature was deemed to be superfluous. In the Indian Constitution, there is no hard separation of powers. However, the three branches of the government, the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature, were differentiated in the powers and also have outlined their individual jurisdiction. It was not expected by any of the power to interfere with the functioning of the other bodies, as then the judiciary and the distribution of powers will hold on significance than after. Hence, Indian judiciary came with the conclusion with the supremacy of the constitution being regarded to be part of basic structure of the Indian constitution. In countries like United States and India, where written constitutions are adopted, it can be seen that in these countries prevails the doctrine of judicial review. This gives an insight that the constitution is the supreme law of the land. Of any law inconsistent, there will be void. In India, judicial review is based on the doctrine of ultra vires and is there with age-long concept. The inception of British rule, the legitimacy of the judicial review as never a question in as the per the Indian Constitution, since the Article 13 subsection 2 subsection 3 of the Indian Constitution says specifically that a law consistent with the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Part 3 is void. This provides a conclusion on the legitimacy of the judicial review, and the Indian Supreme Court made it clear in the one of the earliest cases that the power of judicial review is inherent in the written constitution and exists independently of Article 13 subsection 2 subsection 4. Now we discuss the judicial review classification. In this classification, we discussed the 5 types of writs. The judicial review classification. The doctrine of judicial review is an interposition of judicial restraint on the legislative, executive, and judicial actions on the government. It has gained the status of performance through judicial decisions which were laid down from 1973 till now. Judicial review has now become the basic structure of the Constitution of India, and any act of the attempts or destroy or damage the basic structure is unconstitutional. Judicial review in India can be classified into the three basic categories like review of judicial decision, administrative action judicial, legislative action judicial, and review of judicial decisions. Now we discuss the administration actions and 5 writs under the judicial review of judicial administration actions. The first, the judicial review in 5 types of writs are available for administrative actions and given under Article 32 and Article 226 of the Constitution of India. The first writ, habeas corpus. This means to have a body. The type of writ is issued as an order to call upon the person who has detained another person to produce the detainee before the court of law. Second, mandamus. This writ means to command the public authority to perform its duty. The command which are given by the higher courts and supreme courts to the government, inferior courts, tribunals, corporations, authorities, or any other person to do an act or refrain from doing an illegal act. Third, quo warranto. The meaning of quo warranto is by what authority. These writs are issued against a person who usurps a public office. The court can direct the concerned person to show by what authority he holds that office. Fourth, prohibition. The writ of prohibition is issued by a supreme court, the inferior court or tribunal, or body exercising judicial or quasi-judicial functions to prevent them from exceeding their jurisdiction. The final writ is certiorari. The writ is used by superior courts, higher courts and supreme courts to the inferior courts or tribunals or body which may exercise judicial or quasi-judicial functions to correct the jurisdiction of error of law committed by them. Finally, we see the conclusion of all above discussed theory. The scope of judicial review is limited both in availability of function. The role of court is not to remake the decision being challenged or to inquire into the merits of that decision, but to conduct a review of the process by which the decision was reached in order to assess whether the decision was flawless or should be revoked under. Judicial review has led to debate in finding out the democracy between the judicial activism and judicial self-restraint. So I understand. I hope you like this topic, you like this video. Please like, share, comment on this video and subscribe our channel Lex Click for getting latest update. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay tuned. Have a nice day.